Hi, boys and girls. Some of you by now have already come to see me for orientation, and some of you haven't quite been in yet, and that's okay. When you do come in to see me, in your folder, I'm going to give you this book called The Kissing Hand. So I wanted to read this book to you so that way when you get a chance to read it at home, you will be able to read it without any problems. So I am going to read you this book, The Kissing Hand by Audrey Penn. And I've never read this book before, so I'm really excited to see it. And this is an AR book. So if you remember your AR login from last year, then you'll be able to log on and take a test. So here's the picture. Chester Raccoon stood at the edge of the forest and cried. "I don't want to go to school," he told his mother. "I want to stay home with you. I want to play with my friends and play with my toys and read my books and swing on my swing. Please, can I stay home with you?" Sounds like a lot of us usually, huh? Mrs. Raccoon took Chester by the hand and nuzzled him on the ear. "Sometimes we all have to do things we don't want to do," she told him gently, "even if they seem strange and scary at first. But you will love school once you start." "You'll make new friends and play with new toys, read new books and swing on new swings. Besides," she added, "I know a wonderful secret that will make your days at school," nights at school, I made a mistake because raccoons are awake at night. "That will make your nights at school seem as warm and cozy as the days at home." Chester wiped away his tears and looked interested. "A secret? What kind of a secret?" "A very old secret," said Mrs. Raccoon. "I learned it from my mother, and she learned it from hers. It's called the kissing hand." "The kissing hand?" asked Chester. "What's that?" "I'll show you." Mrs. Raccoon took Chester's left hand and spread open his tiny fingers into a fan. Leaning forward, she kissed Chester right in the middle of his palm. Chester felt his mother's kiss rush from his hand, up his arm, and into his heart. Even his silky black mask tingled with a special warmth. Now we all get to wear masks like raccoons, don't we? Except they're not masks over our eyes, they're masks on our faces, right? We're kind of like raccoons now, that's cool. Mrs. Raccoon smiled. "Now," she told Chester, "whenever you feel lonely and you just need a little loving from home, just press your hand to your cheek and think, 'Mommy loves you. Mommy loves you.' And that very kiss will jump to your face and fill you with toasty warm thoughts." She took Chester's hand and carefully wrapped his fingers around the kiss. "Now do be careful not to lose it," she teased him. "But don't worry. When you open your hand and wash your food, I promise that the kiss will stick." Chester loved his kissing hand, and now he knew his mother's love would go with him wherever he went, even to school. That night, Chester stood in front of his school and looked very thoughtful. Suddenly, he turned to his mother and he grinned. "Give me your hand," he told her. What do you guys think he's going to do? He grinned. That means he was smiling really big. He had a thought. He was like, I thought of something. I wonder what it's going to be. Let's see. Chester took his mother's hand in his own and unfolded her large, familiar fingers into a fan. And next, he leaned forward and kissed the center of her hand. Now you have a kissing hand too, he told her. And with a gentle goodbye and I love you, Chester turned and danced away. He danced away. Wow. That's such a great way that the author wrote that he's happy. He didn't just walk away, he didn't just go away, he danced away. He was excited and happy to go where he was going. Do you remember where he was going? He's going to school. Mrs. Raccoon watched Chester scamper across the tree limb and enter school. And as the hoot owl rang in the new school year, she pressed her left hand to her cheek and smiled. The warmth of Chester's kiss filled her heart with special words. Chester loves you, it sang. Chester loves you. Sometimes mommies need a little reminder of things like that too, don't we? Look at them all in their school. All of these nocturnal animals. Nocturnal means that they come out at nighttime. I see things like foxes and deer and raccoons and owls and birds. Lots of different nocturnal animals. The end. And this is the sign for I love you. And you can make that sign too with your fingers. I love you. So this is an AR book. If you remember your AR login, then you can log on to AR and take a test on this book for some AR points. All right. If you need your AR login and you're not sure what it is, message me on Seesaw or send me an email and I will ask Mrs. Ziske and she will get me your login information so that you can take an AR test on this book too. Read it with mom and dad and maybe read it to brother or sister. I bet they would love this story also. I'll see you guys soon.